I was ready not to vote for Trump until what I saw is more than politics. I see a weaponization of our justice system, and a challenge to our Constitution, us as Americans, that I don't think we're going to have.
Hey, welcome back. It's your man Wise, and today I have a great video to share with you guys. Celebrities. Wow, hear me now. It's no longer unpopular to say I'm not supporting Joe Biden. We've heard celebrity after celebrity after celebrity come out and say, I won't be doing it this time. The Rock said it. Cardi B said it. Even Trump deranged Charlemagne the God, he came out and said it. Now we have Dennis Quaid and Rob Schneider. They're stepping out there and saying, nah, I won't be supporting that guy. I can't not, with good conscience, support that guy. Now, we seen the meltdown that Robert De Niro had out in New York, and he's going to suffer behind it. People are tossing them movies. Folks aren't going to go to whatever the next movie he has coming out. That's probably going to be a box office bomb. People are tired of these celebrities, one, gaslighting and lying to the people, so much so that we don't even believe them anymore. Anybody that's following a celebrity for political advice, you are hustling backwards in 2024. And to be honest with you, you were hustling backwards in 2020 because all of those people are compromised. They're all bought and paid for. We know this. That is not the class of people that you should get any advice from, to be honest with you, except for how to act on screen. Other than that, stay away from these Hollywood elites, man. They mean you no good. Before we get into the video, like, share, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. And without further ado, let's go.
What do you think of Trump?
I myself, I think I think I'm going to vote for him.
Really?
Yeah, in the next election. Yes, I am.
Are you ready for the blowback?
Well, yeah.
Which inevitably comes
well,
with Trump?
you know, I think this election, everybody's got to, I think they're going to take a side or whatever, but it just seems to me, it just makes sense. I was ready not to vote for Trump until what I saw is more than politics. I see a weaponization of our justice system, and a challenge to our Constitution, us as Americans, that I don't think we're going to have. And, you know, Trump is the most investigated person probably in the history of the world. And they haven't been able to really get him on anything.
And this whole Stormy Daniels thing, to me, is so kind of pathetic. I mean, whatever happens, as we sit here now, that we're going to find out in a few days whether he's guilty or not guilty. I don't think it matters.
It doesn't.
If anything, if he's found guilty, it'll probably help him more.
Yeah, even the way you just said it made it seem like that trial, or guilty or not guilty, is about Stormy Daniels,
right?
Which it's not.
No, it's not.
And in fact, what is the crime? I still can't figure it out.
Well, for
the crime, neither can they, because they haven't said what it is. They took a misdemeanor that had run out of its time, and you know, trying to turn it into a felony, and but they won't even say what that is.
Do you have to like Trump to vote for him?
No.
Do you like him personally?
Well, look, I was in the last campaign, and in 16, and and in 20, I found myself going, "Oh, please don't do that. Please don't say that." You know, it's like these things have come out of his mouth, and but as president, the only thing I liked about Trump was everything he did.
Right.
You know, what he did with Korea, with Rocket Baby, the way he defeated ISIS in 3 weeks. You know, people don't even remember it happened so fast. How he stood up for us overseas, and China, and the way he responded to China. He stands up to people, and that's what makes him a leader, rather than what I kind of compare it to what was going on in Jimmy Carter's administration, where we're trying to be everybody's friend and pal. And there's some evil people and bad actors in this world. And so, you know, people might call him an asshole, but he's my asshole.
Right. No, I get
Because
that.
he's I'll tell you one true thing about him is that I really feel that he is working for the American people. That's what he's all about. And I do believe that to be true and sincere.
And is Biden simply too old? Is that the biggest problem for him?
I don't feel he's at the helm.
Right.
I don't feel he's there. And I feel that he says things to get votes, not that he truly believes in them.
Dennis Quaid, man, it seemed like it was hard for him to say, but I love what he said. He's like, Trump's an asshole, but he's my asshole. Hey, his rhetoric during the first campaign, it wasn't the best. I don't want to make any excuses for him. He didn't come across as presidential as a lot of folks would have liked him to come across, but it was real. He was being his authentic self, and he was being the guy that we seen on TV on The Apprentice. He was being that guy. But you can't knock the policies. I forgot all about the ISIS situation. Forgot all about it because Dennis Quaid's absolutely right. He nipped that in the bud so quickly. It's almost like it was like a speed bump. Most people don't remember it. But what we do remember is we remember those low gas prices. We remember those low mortgage rates. We remember the low unemployment. We remember the high wages, the sign-on bonuses, the big quarterly bonuses that folks were getting during that time frame. We also remember how flush the 401ks were. We all remember that. We also remember that we had respect like no other on the world stage. Everybody respected America because the leaders around the world respected him. You don't have to like a guy to vote for a guy. Some of y'all out there say, I hate the dude. I don't like him. I didn't like the way he spoke. I didn't like the rhetoric. That's okay. You don't have to. You're probably never going to meet him anyway. I've been on this planet 44 years, never met one president, may never meet a president. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'll live with that. But you can't refute the policies, and you can't refute how great life was in America. Forget what the mainstream liberal media was saying. Just think about your personal life, your day-to-day life. You can't refute it. You just can't.
We just talk a little bit about what happened today outside the courthouse in New York, where Robert De Niro, of all people, shows up. And we know he's a Trump hater. We got that. But some of the things
I wasn't 100% sure how he felt about Trump, Eric. I thought he was kind of on the fence, but frothingly angry. Well, I would say anytime that that people use fear-mongering or think like they always say every 4 years, this is the most important election. This may be the last election, but for him to say today that he's never going to leave. I mean, he left once. So the evidence is he did leave. I will say that we have a very good system. We have the legislature, we have the executive, judicial. It's a pretty good system. James Madison came up with it. I don't think any one man or either party, even if the Democrats win again, and I hope they don't, but if they do, we're strong enough to survive it. It's just, can we allow another 11 million people to come in and change the voting habits of this great country? And we do need immigration. I'm all for it. It just has to be legal. We do need people who want to come in and work, and thankfully, people do want to work, and we need that. However, I believe that the real threat to our system of government, and I don't think it's too good of a system to turn into a dictatorship overnight. But if they want to expand the Supreme Court, that's a big problem. I think if they want to also expand, another thing for people out there, don't be so focused on this national election. Vote local, because thankfully we are not a democracy. We are a democratic republic. So we have our states that are that you can live your life. And that's why I moved the heck out of California to move to the slightly freer state of Arizona. And I'm glad I did. And I just want people to not be so paranoid about this. And if you want to get involved with your local school board. That's the problem with this new administration, as far as if Biden, the regime of Biden, because it's not him, obviously, he's not doing anything. I like when Newsom went to go meet at the White House. He wasn't even there. So,
Wow. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that when Gavin Newsom went to the White House, Joe Biden wasn't there. I did not know that. But wow, I learned something new every daggone day. Wow. Rob Snyder, man. Man, shout out to these guys, Snyder, QUAID, and a whole host of other celebrities out there that are finally just being willing to tell the truth. They're gaining some of that credibility back. And he hit the nail on the head, man. I'm okay with immigration. It just needs to be legal. You can't bring in 27 million people, force them on the American people, displace poor people, especially poor Black and Hispanic people, because that's what's happening. They brought these people in and they've moved them into poor Black and Hispanic neighborhoods. They didn't move them to the elite white neighborhoods. They moved them to poor communities. They got a game plan. They won't tell us exactly what it is, but I think what they're trying to do, they're trying to rig the system. They want to put more people in these states, California, New York, Colorado, these blue states. And then when that census come around, come 2030, they want to be able to ask for more seats in the House. These Democrats, they think we're stupid, but they're playing the long game. They've tried to add more justices. Like, come on, man, really? We've had the justice system the way it is since the inception of this country. Y'all want to add more because they want power. The Democrats are all about power, and they will do anything to obtain power. They've tried so many underhanded things that most people don't even know happen. Like trying to add, I think they wanted to add maybe, I think it was 4 additional justice seats. Most people probably didn't know that they were trying to do that. They want to rig the system. They wanted to make DC and Puerto Rico states because they wanted those 4 extra Senate seats. Trying to rig the system. I mean, now they brought in all these illegals. They may not have a vote, but they definitely would play a role in adding more representative seats in the House. These people playing the long game, man. Everything about them is about power. And then on the flip side of that, it's about debauchery. They've conned people into believing that this racist ideology is important. They've conned people to believe that America is still just as racist as it was pre or during the Jim Crow era today. It's the furthest thing from the truth, but they do what they do because they need us separated. They need us divided. They need us split off into these silos. Because if the people ever start to come together and start to converse with each other and start to say, hey, man, I'm going through this the same way you're going through it. I've had people in the comment section and white people in the comment section, talking about generational wealth. Talking about, we ain't got no generational wealth. That is a facade, but it's just another tool that they've used to tell Black people, you guys are down and oppressed. And it's these white people over here, they got all the money and they got wealth to pass down for 3-4 generations. When we know that's the furthest thing from the truth. The average millionaire in this country is self-made, first generation, didn't come from money. And that's regardless of your race. But right now, people are struggling. How many people are tapping into them 401ks, tapped out that daggone emergency fund, and now they're swiping credit cards to survive every day on a week-to-week basis? I'm just glad to see that people are starting to wake up. I'm glad to see that the celebrities decided that I'm not attaching my name to this guy and that administration. I'm glad to see it. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. Keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up, and I'm going to catch up with you all next time. Peace.